A little boy wrote me a letter. He said, my name's Peter Zimmerman, and I just not get any of this stuff. I'm 9 years old, and I can't, bigger kids beat me to it. And he said, I saw some today, and he made me a parachute, and he sent it in a letter. And he said, look, when here's your parachute. I need it back with chocolate. Here's a map. When you take off, come down the Spray River, the second bridge, turn right 1 block. I live in the bombed out house in the corner of the backyard. I'll be there every day at 2 o'clock. Drop it there. Well, when I'd unload, they'd let me go over the city and drop. I couldn't hit Peter Zimmerman. Finally, he says, look, I made a fire, smoke. I showed you where to drop it, and you missed me again. So I took a big package of gum and candy and mailed it to him in the Berlin mail. We became friends. He needed shoes. His father and mother were killed during the war, and he needed shoes. He had him draw his foot on a piece of paper, and we got him some boots. His father and mother were dead, but he wanted to go to America. He went to America, to Palm, Pennsylvania, a German family in America. And a little girl wrote me. She says, you're causing us a terrible problem. We live right by the airfield. You're coming right over our apartment house, what's left of it, and we have some white chickens that give us eggs. But now they don't lay any eggs anymore, and their feathers are falling out because you're plain scaring them. And then the last paragraph, she said, when you see the white chickens, drop it there. I don't care if it scares them. Well, we bombed the approach. We had all my buddies, we'd missed Mercedes too. And she said, how'd you guys win the war anyway? Because we couldn't even hit her with candy. So I took a big package there with Mercedes. And just a few days ago in Berlin, I was with Mercedes for about the 40th time since 1948. I went back to command Tempelhof in Berlin. I was invited to dinner. I went to Mercedes' house, and she took me upstairs. I didn't know who she was. I had a letter, please, you must come to my house. And she says, come over here. And she pulled out my old letter to her that said I couldn't find your chickens. And she says, I'm Mercedes. Come over here and I'll show you where the chickens were in the state. So about 35 times now, I've either stayed at their house since 1972, and when that happened, for 2 sticks of gum in 1948. They're just in conclusion here, except if you have another question, but the only way to real happiness is not money, not a bigger car, but to help somebody else, to serve somebody. Gratitude, service before self, and the little decisions you make. Your conscience will tell you what's the right one and wrong. If you listen to that still small voice and make the right decision, things will come to you that make you feel much better than a new car or a new house. That's not what makes you happy. If you want more money all the time, you've lost it. You've lost what true fulfillment is in life. And the children in Berlin taught me that. They changed my life, totally changed my life.